Hello students, this is Swaminarayan. Today we continue with the construction safety management chapter, unit number 11. Unsafe acts. Okay, unsafe acts are the major contributors to the accidents. Following are the unsafe acts. Okay, to drive dumper after drinking wine. Okay, then insert open wires in the socket for running the electric motors. Then to carry out the welding operation without spectacles, that means चश्मा उसका जो वेल्डिंग करते समय जो स्पेक्स पहनते हैं, दैट मीन्स चश्मा जो पहनते हैं वो नहीं पहना होता है तो भी एक्सीडेंट्स हो सकता है. ओके, देन टू क्लीन द मूविंग इलेक्ट्रिकली ऑपरेटेड इक्विपमेंट, not to wear life-saving equipment while working at site. Okay. Then taking unsafe position under loads, to take the shelter under vehicles. Okay. Use of uninspected equipment. Then poor attitude towards safety. Health and safety acts and regulations. There are two major pieces of legislation governing health and safety laws and are building and other construction workers, regulation of the employment and condition of the service Act 1996, building and other construction worker regulation of the regulation of the employment and condition of the services Central Rules 1998. Allied to this several statutory equipments governing safety years, then the building and the other construction workers, that is regulation of the employment and condition of services Act 1996, consists of 11 chapters and 64 sections. The objectives of the health and safety provision in this set are to regulate the employment and service conditions, to provide for the safety, health and welfare measures, to extend social security to the building and construction workers. Then the provisions are applicable to even the companies employing 10 workers in any building and the other construction works on any day of the year. According to this act, an individual contracting his house having its value less than rupees 10 lakh is not establishment. The act is applicable to every establishment that employs or had employed 10 or more workers directly or through the contractor and subcontractor. However, any building and construction work to which the Factories Act 1948 or Mines Act 1952 apply is exempted from the BOCW provisions. The provisions are applicable to even the companies employing to 10 workers in any building or other construction works on any day of the year. तो ये लॉ किसके लिए बना है? तो जो भी कंपनीज है जिसमें 10 वर्कर्स होता है in the building and other construction work, okay, on any day of the year, तो भी ये रूल अप्लाई होता है. According to this act, an individual constructing his house having its value less than 10 lakhs is not established. इस एक्ट में according to this act, an individual constructing his house having its value, तो जिसकी हाउस की वैल्यू 10 लाख से कम है वो भी एस्टेब्लिश इस एक्ट से नहीं कर सकता. The act is applicable to every establishment that employs or had employed 10 or more workers directly or through the contractor or subcontractors. Okay, that means contractor और subcontractor के द्वारा जो भी 10 workers आते हैं, okay, तो इसके लिए ये रूल एप्लीकेबल है और ये एक्ट एप्लीकेबल है. However, any building or construction work to which the Factories Act 1948 or Mines Act 1952 apply is exempted from the BOCW provisions. Health and Safety Acts and the Regulations, Chapter 7, Section 38 deals with the Safety Committee and the Safety Officers. The section is applicable to those companies which are employing more than 500 workers. It states that the employer of the company employing more than 500 construction workers shall constitute the safety committee consisting of such number of representatives of the employer and the construction workers as may be prescribed by the state government. It shall be ensured that the number of the representative of the workers are not less than number of the representative of the employer. Moreover, in any establishment, the employer shall appoint safety officer who shall possess such qualification and such duties as may be prescribed. The Section 39 deals with the requirement of the notice for certain accidents, death and disabilities for the 48 hours or more have to be informed to the authorities. The responsibility of the employer is defined in Section 44, Chapter 8. Chapter 9, an employer is responsible for providing the continuous supervision in the construction project and hence to ensure all the safety provisions are complied. Chapter 10 deals with the penalties and procedures. Section 47 describes the penalty for the conservation of the provision or safety measure. Section 48 decision about the penalty in case of the failure to give the notice of commencement of the construction. Building and other construction workers, that means regulation of the employment and condition of the service, central rules is equal to 1998. Central rules are divided into 5 parts and has 30 chapters, 12 schedules and 26 forms. Part 3, chapter 10 to 25 deal with the safety and health, and chapter 2 rule number 5 deals with the responsibility of the employer. Health Safety Acts and the Regulation. The engineer, architect, designer, building workers, the employers have the following responsibilities to compile with the requirement of the rules. Okay. Then दूसरा क्या है, जो हमने रूल्स डिसाइड किए थे उसके हिसाब से सब चल रहा है वो भी देखना चाहिए. Not to permit any employee to do any work which is against the rule and normally accepted principles of the safety. Third, to maintain the facilities like the latrines, urinal, toilets in clean and hygienic condition. Not to allow the heavy equipments not satisfying the safety standard and provision of the rules. To take enough measures to protect the workers from harmful effect of the noise and vibrations. To ensure that the emergency action plan is ready and is approved by the Director जनरल. दैट मीन्स आपके पास फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई वजह से काम रुक गया तो आपके पास दूसरा ऑप्शन होना चाहिए कि जिससे हमारा जो भी प्रोजेक्ट है वो टाइम टू टाइम कंप्लीट हो. टू एंश्योर दैट मेडिकल पार्ट्स आर प्रोवाइडेड विद सेफ्टी मेजर्स सच एज guards for moving parts etc. To ensure that no worker is forced to lift the weight more than the prescribed limit, and to ensure that the health and safety policies specifying the steps to be taken for health and safety of the workers and duly approved by the Director General. Cost of the accidents are classified in the direct and indirect cost. The direct and indirect costs are again classified as direct and indirect cost to the worker and employee. The following table allows the direct and indirect cost to the workers and employees. Direct cost for the worker, that is loss of salary. mechanical expenses, traveling expenses by the family members for facilitating the treatment suffering from the injuries, direct cost, payment of the compensation to the employee, then payment to the ambulance, payment of the medical charges, hospitalization expenses, payment of the salary, cost of the legal proceeding, cost of the investment, cost of repair, damage and equipment, indirect cost to the employee. Indirect cost to the employee cost, that is the loss of reputation, decrease in morale of the employee, loss of output due to injury of the workers and his or her absence, cost due to damage due to the equipment or property, if any, cost for overheads such as use of utilities like personal or company's vehicle, telephone, etc. Indirect cost to the workers, that is future cost of the transportation for the giving healing touch to the hospitalization persons who have at present come at home or hospital or extend their good wishes, family suffering and negative impacts on their moral. Cost of accidents. Cost of accidents. It is estimated that the total yearly loss due to the accidents all over the whole globe is more than the total loss in the World War I and II combined. In 1996, NSC of US estimated that the total loss to the nation due to the occupational death and injury was 121 billion US dollars. The researchers are continuously carried out on the construction accident, and it is tried to explain that the losses due to the construction accidents are far more than the visible at first sight. Okay. Everett and Frank, 1996, found that the total cost of the accident was between 7.9 to 15% of the total cost of construction, even without considering the tangible costs like decreased employment, moral loss of image, greater turnover of the employee. Greater turnover of the employee means frequent changes in the worker due to the periodic resignations and new appointments of the workers. An eye-opener for those who do not wish to invest in safety program. GSHA found that there is a gain investing for the safety. Every rupee invested for the safety yield benefit of the rupee 2.7. Joseph found that expenses of 1 to 9 on safety increases profit from 5 to 10% in steel erection project. Role of the safety personnel. Safety personnel are the key person involving planning and execution of the safety program in construction projects. There are the persons who will look after the safety programs and their implementation. Following are the points they should take care of. To advise the building workers for effective control of the injuries, okay, make them aware of UNSAFE Act. To advise on safety aspect, carry out detailed safety studies. To check, evaluate and monitor the effectiveness of the action. To carry out the safety inspections of the construction site and building or structures. To investigate all the fatal or other selected accidents and occupational diseases, etc. Also, to advise on a maintenance of a record of the accidents. To prompt the working of the safety committee, then to devise safety during the to advise safety during the training program, organize campaign, prepare safe rules and safe working practices, etc. Thank you.